Coach, your scrappy effort by your lineup in Oklahoma City, can you carry that energy and enthusiasm over into tonight?
Well, I hope so. I just thought we played hard and competed, played for each other. The guys did a great job. The difference in the game was like Paul George made a couple of big shots, and we just couldn't seem to get quite over the hump. But I was very, very pleased with the effort we played with. I was very pleased with the unselfishness that we played with, and we had 34 assists in the game, and just didn't have quite enough personnel. Really.
Anybody back tonight?
Each one will be back. Julius is probably going to be a game time decision. He's got to go out and try it in pregame, but I would be leaning toward him probably not playing either. He's not really, really healthy, so we'll see. And obviously AD is not going to go. And Nico.
Did Julius hurt his ankle in the game, or was it in the practice leading up to it? He was kind of a late scratch. When did he?
Oh, he did it in. I think he did it. Yeah, in the game before, and just tried to push through it, and just, he just had a hard time pushing off on it. So it didn't make sense for him to go out and try to play with that.
How dispiriting is this stretch been? I mean, it looked like you guys were finally getting healthy. You're going to try to make that kind of a run you guys had all talked about, waiting for that period, and then it feels like this has actually gotten worse. How difficult has it been to manage that locker room, and how difficult has it been to just kind of get through these games?
Well, the one thing I think about sports in general is that injuries are a part of it, and it doesn't matter what. I just think you got to go out and play hard and compete at the highest level that you can, which is what we did the other night. I still say eventually we'll be healthy enough and have enough guys that we're going to make a run at it. I really do. I mean, I told the guys not to get discouraged and still believe in our team, and I do think that we're gonna become healthy and we'll be okay. We've proven that when we're healthy, we're pretty good. So we just got to get everyone back into their familiar roles and be healthy, and I think we'll be okay.
Is it hard to fight against that though, as the numbers, the amount of games left keeps shrinking, obviously?
It is, that's the big thing, is that, this is not injuries that are happening, 15 games into the season. We're playing our 50th game tonight, if I'm not mistaken, and, that leaves 32 games, and that's not a whole lot if you start trying to make up games and try to get yourself back in the playoff race. But we can only handle what we have, and we can only play the guys that we have, and we just got to have them step up their game and play and compete hard and do it unselfishly. And if they do, then as a coach, that's what you expect.
Pop has praised Dante Cunningham for always being ready and being a good soldier. Is that your experience with him as well?
Yeah, that's who he is. He's been that way on every single team. If you go to every coach that somebody unplugged, so I don't know if that means anything. Okay. No, the only reason I do that because I did a sit-down interview for 30 minutes one time, and the guy realized that there was nothing happening on the camera. So that's why. But no, that's who Dante is. He's been that way since he walked into the league. He is. He is a glue guy that's going to play extremely hard. He shot the ball like Steph Curry against us, but he's just that kind of guy.
Did you have to retape the interview?
Excuse me?
Did you have to retape the interview and do it all over again?
Yeah, I did have to. That's why I wanted to make sure that someone
would do that, by the way.
When you're going through what you guys are going through, how much does the fact that the West is such a dogfight and that so many teams are competitive now, to the frustration level of it, knowing that you can't afford any kind of slip-ups?
It does, there's really no bad teams, and every team has had great wins over, really good teams. Even Phoenix have had a lot of good wins, and, they're playing with a bunch of young guys, and they understand that they're growing. But, Sacramento's had great wins, and, you can go all the way up the line, and that's what puts the added pressure on you. But for us, you just got to play hard and compete and know that somewhere along the line you're going to make a run and you'll get back in the race.
Does it ever make you want to reevaluate whether it's worth fighting for 7th, 8th spot, whatever it be?
I think so. Last year we fought and got in 6th place and ended up, getting to the 2nd round, and it was. We would have liked to avoid Golden State, if that's what you mean. But I think I think the playoffs is a different story. I think once you get in, it's like having a new season. So it doesn't matter, obviously you would like to try to avoid Golden State, but I would rather be in playing Golden State than to not be in at all.
Coach, can you talk about the importance of Elfrid Payton playing well for you guys? I think I looked, and you guys are 9-3 when he scores 9 points or more in a game this year.
Yeah, and he's still trying to find himself too. That hand still bothers him, and he doesn't. He doesn't put the ball down with his left hand nearly as much as he used to. But it's just this time of the year when everybody's banged up and stuff like that. But when he plays well, we're usually pretty good, and we found that out right at the start of the season when he was healthy and playing well. We were a pretty good team. So this is not where we anticipated being at all. We thought that we would prefer to be fighting for home court and trying to see what we could do there. But this is the hand that's been dealt to us, and so the one thing that we can do is that. I told them we will not have pity parties for injuries and anything like that. What we got to do is that we got to fight that much harder with who we have.
Thank you.
All right. Thanks, Coach.